All right, guys, this is Jacob from Wager Me This, and I'm going to do another 10 sevens. Here's my markers. I got $1,000 here. I'm going to do 66 inside, though. Okay, so this one is kind of like 44 inside. Basically the same thing. It's just the $15 table version. Yeah, it's like 96 across, also without the pressing. I mean, without the 4 and 10, sorry. And what this does, okay, so this has a little less exposure to it, but you have 6 less combinations to win. Okay, so again, this is kind of the same thing. This will work fine if those numbers are hitting and you're rolling 5 or 6 times, right? But if you're not hitting those numbers, and you can get caught up in like having a 3, a 4, you know, a 9, and then a 7, and you only got 1 win and you got 4 losses. So again, that's the negatives of these light side strategies. So here we go. I'm going to play this, and I'm going to do the same thing. After 3 hits, I'm going to half press, because any strategy that you go across, you should be pressing eventually. You shouldn't just let it roll. All right, there's a 6. Remember, we're always working. So this one will probably do a little better than the 96 across, based upon the fact that it has less exposure. And the 9, so this is a good start. 21. This is a better strategy than 96 across. Using just the inside numbers is better than using all of the numbers. People will argue with me on that, I'm sure. There's a 6, 4, 10, but it's the truth. The extra exposure actually hurts you in the long run. And there's an 8, so that's our 3rd hit. And also, one of the things you can do here, instead of playing the 4 and 10, you can play the hard 4 and the hard 10, all right? And you should hit these about a third of the time that you hit the 4 or the 10, and they pay 7 to 1. So it's basically the same, but you can play them for less and still get some more numbers. All right, so there's a 9. That's our first press. And now, when you get to this point, you could add the 4 or the 10 here, but we're not gonna. We're just gonna only use the insides. And again, guys, this is better than 96 across. This is better than the iron across. Just in overall effectiveness. This is 516. Right, that's another $21. Again, we're gonna drop an extra buck on the 6 and 8. Bump it up. And remember, guys, we're always working because we're just going 10 sevens. Here we go. Oh, and there's a 7. Okay. No big deal. Pull them all down. We should have made a little bit of money there. It looks like we made about 15 bucks. And that's the thing with playing these across strategies, is that to play them correctly, you do need to press. You can't just sit out there forever and collecting nothing, because then on the long roll, you'll have got nothing basically for it. But you also can't press right away, because you do need to get some of your exposure back. So it's tricky. 6, 2, 8. 21. But see, on this one, if you can get 3 hits, that's going to be most of your exposure, you know, because that should be $60-something. So 3 hits, that's why the inside is better to play than all of them, because it takes less hits to cover your exposure. Here's the hard 6, another 21. So we made 42. Remember, we only have 66 at risk, so another one will be at 63 to 66. Which isn't terrible. And there's the 6 again. So that's our 3rd hit. So that's why this works better than 96 across. And also, this is a little easier to manage. You don't have as many numbers to be pressing. And there's our 7. So we got 3 hits. So we ended up losing $3 there. That's not the end of the world. All right. I'm going to just drop, that's 66. I'm going to drop $70, guys. We'll get 4 back. All right, next one. But again, with just a few moves, just a couple moves, this thing works good. And like I said, I'll show this stuff as I go. 538 later on in another set of videos, $21 winner, and why these strategies can be super effective if done correctly. Oh, there's an early 7. Okay, so I'm going to drop another 70. Get 4 back. That's the problem. Early 7s will kill this. 0.7s. I know I'm working all the time, guys, but it's actually no different. If you're playing against random rollers, it's really no different working all the time than working only some of the time. It's really no different. Three, 1, 4. 5, 1, 6. And someone asked if I'd given up on the anything but 10. No, of course not. That's my strategy, and I play it. I'm just trying to show some other things because I know people don't want to hear about the anything but 10 every day. You know, they want to hear about other stuff too. And this is for the newer players. I said this before. That's our 3rd hit there, guys. So we're going to be pressing from here on out. I said it before. I don't have enough stuff that's for the newer player, and I know that, so I need to work on that. I've been told that by some subscribers, so I'm taking it to heart and trying to make some more things. Some of these trials that I've been through myself, figuring out why things work and don't work. All right, there's a good one. That's 25 right there. That was a 5. That's going to win 35 bucks. Okay, so let's add 3 to it. Oh, right back on it. Look at that. All right, so 35 and 21 is 56. And you don't got to keep pressing that same one. It's about half right there, 56. Actually, it's not. Let's go to the $60 mark. But I'm going to, because that's what I said I was going to do from the beginning. Here we go. Aces. And that's the key to these kind of strategies. If you can get to some pressing up and you get a couple numbers to hit, it adds up quick. That's the wonderful thing about the light side, is that when it does go good, it goes really good. All right. Oops. I need to put that there, and then I need to drop 70. Actually, I'll just drop 66. That way it's even. All right, next shot. 4, 2, 6. 21. I'm going to trade this in for 100, guys. So this is doing really well. Hitting some of those good ones, it always helps. Here's a hard 4. That's not doing anything for us in this one. And a 3. And guys, another thing is, the reason I roll these random is because most of the time that's what you're playing with. And no matter what anyone says, how good they are or bad they are, if they haven't practiced for hours and hours and hours and years, get another 100 here, they're probably not very good at it. It's just the truth. It's how dice influence, dice control, whatever you want to call it, works. It's difficult, right? There's our 3rd hit, 21 bucks. It's very difficult. And it's even more difficult to be good at it. So to actually be effective with it. So when you're playing, most of the time you should assume you're playing with random shooters. Most of the time. $21 winner. Because that's going to be the case. and a 4. Okay. And an 8. All right, 21 bucks. We'll drop another $1 here. Make it 12. So this is doing pretty well, actually. Of course, right? Because I talked it into existence. Okay. Okay, I need to drop 66. All right, here we go. There's a 5. 325. $21. And not everyone does this where they collect 3 times on inside play, but you should. You should collect 3 times before you start going up, because that should nullify your exposure if they're all the same level of bet. $21 on this 516. At that point, you should be playing basically for free on the casino, whatever you want to call it. And there's back-to-back 516s. All right, so that's our 3rd hit. We'll be pressing from here. And there's a 5. All right, 3-2. $21. Put 10 bucks on there. All right, let's get another 100. So we're actually kicking butt. It's actually really working well. $516. Okay. It's gonna be $21. I'm gonna drop an extra $1 for 30. Rack 10. All right, here we go. And again, this is all just me showing, and sometimes they're going to work better like this. There's a 527. Sometimes some strategies are just better than others. And that's just the case. I mean, that's just how it is. All right. $66. Here we go. Oh, come out 7. Dang it. And this is something that not everyone's going to be playing like this. But I'm just showing it because in this fashion, just 10 sevens. Because if you're playing with it off, you're still going to be against the 10 sevens. There's a 6, 4, 10. If you're not playing the pass line. Here we go. And back-to-back 10s. All right. That's the one bad thing about the inside numbers, is you don't got the outside numbers. So when they do start rolling, you don't ever hit them. Here we go. And an 11. Horn brings the horn. 3, 8 out of 11. There's another 10. All right, so that's like 3, 6, 4s and about 5 rolls. Anything but 10 guys would be pulling their hair out. And a 5. Oh, there's too much on there. $21. Okay. So look at that, guys. We just rolled like 6 times probably, and we've only got 1 hit. That's one of the bad things about these kind of strategies. So like 7 or 8 rolls right here, only 1 hit. And there's the 8. So they can be real tricky. They can. I mean, that's why, in my opinion, they're just pieces of other strategies, as all these very common traditional strategies are. They're just a smaller part of what you should be playing as a bigger strategy. And there's a 12. And so that's what I'm trying to show here, is that with just a few minor adjustments as you're playing, another horn brings a horn, you'd easily be able to make some money. There's 3 horns in a row. And there's the 8. So that's only hit number 2, guys. That's it. That's just, after all these rolls, it's only hit number 2. So this is a great example of what can happen when you play these kind of strategies, where you can just have a huge roll, a ton of rolls, and you only have 3 hits out of like 10 or 11 rolls. 21 bucks. Here we go. And hard 6, this is actually going to be a press. So this roll's actually going good. It's finally hitting some of your numbers. But this could be way better right now, you know what I mean? It's been this many rolls. If you'd have had 5 or 6 or 7 inside numbers, you'd be really making money right now. And a 516, all right, there's a $35 winner. Okay. 30 and 18. Okay. Next one. Let's see if we can get another 6. Ah, 10. That's a point. So whoever's on the line, pass line, betting those with odds is killing it on those 10s. There's an 8, 5-3. So this is a great roll. Fantastic roll. Okay. See if we can get a few of those 6s and 8s. Oh, there's a 5. We'll take it. 21. Now this one's starting to look good. Could be a real money maker if it hits a few more numbers. Oh. See, there was a lot of rolls there, guys, and we really didn't make all that much. We really didn't. Made a little bit, but we could have made so much more. That's one of the things about, I need to drop $66. That's one of the things about these kind of strategies, is that sometimes, even though the roll is really a great roll, a lot of rolls, you miss a lot of it because you just don't have everything bet. Oh, there's a come out 7, dang it. Okay, so this is our last shot. All right, last of our 66. I actually think it did okay. And there's an 8. 21 bucks. I think if it gets to the profit here, I think it actually will be a winner. And an 11. Here we go. Aces. Horn, bring the horn. 7, dang it. Okay, so let's count it up. I think those last couple early 7s killed our profit. I know it doesn't seem like it should have, but I'm telling you it did. And I don't have any idea. Let's get 100 here. We still might be up a little. Nope, not quite. Okay, so we have $954. So we lost, 46 bucks. Basically on a couple of those come out 7s. So if you weren't playing it that way, maybe you don't lose there, but still, I mean, maybe you miss out. If you're not playing that way, you miss out on all those come out winners also. So it's kind of evens out, I would say. But Again, this is a prime example of a strategy that many people use, this inside betting. And really, standalone, it's not very good. It's just okay. It usually will get close to breaking even, maybe a little money, maybe a little loss. It's just the way it works. It's how the game is designed. It's how the game is built. The mechanics of the game of craps that causes this. And so that's what I'm trying to show, is that you got to do some moves. All right, so thank you guys for watching. This is Jacob from Wager Me This.